Hi, it's Nancy Earl, and I'm here today to talk to you about the essential oils and the energy that they hold. And why does everybody use essential oils, and why is it such a big deal? Well, gosh, essential oils have been around for thousands of years. I think a lot of you remember in the Bible, even if you're not a religious person, you know that the wise men brought frankincense and myrrh to Jesus. And why? Because the oils were so precious, the healing properties within the oils, the energy within those oils really can heal people and make a big difference. So I'm going to talk about a few of the oils today and some of the healing properties. I'm going to talk about some things that you guys can actually do to heal yourself. Now, one more thing I want to talk about the energy and the frequency of the oils. You know, in the last, oh gosh, I would say 10 maybe 15 years, scientists have been able to measure the frequency of these oils. So the things that I'm telling you, you can look up and you'll see that many universities, there have been many studies. Um, you know, the Youngs who own Young Living have done a lot of research on the energy and the healing properties of oil. And another thing I want to tell you before we get going on the oils is that there are different grades. Okay. So I will pick up an oil and I use a lot of the Young Living oils, and I'm not here promoting any company. I use different brands. There's a lot of different Rocky Mountain oils. There's all different type of oils that you can use, but make sure that they're 100% pure grade. And if not, that's okay. Just don't apply them to your skin directly. And when you do apply an oil to your skin, and this is tangerine oil, and this is what I have going in my diffuser back here. There's different ways you can use your oils. And I tell you, don't put it right on your skin. I want you to put a carrier oil, something like olive oil or coconut oil or anything like that you can use. But put the cream in your hand and then put the oil there and then apply. Okay. A lot of these oils can burn your skin, especially if they're not 100% pure grade. Even if they are, you want to use a carrier oil with them. Okay. Now, in my diffuser back here, which you see I have going out into the air, and why do diffusers work? Well, you put 10 or 12 drops, and I use tangerine oil today. Why? Because I like the citrus. It's springtime right now. Citrus is uplifting. It makes you feel good. There are different oils like lemon that you can buy and use. A lot of people put the lemon in their water. It's a good detoxifier. If it's 100% grade, put a few drops in your water. Will make a difference, kind of detoxify you and give you a little uplift right there. But yes, you can use it in the diffuser, and that goes out into the air. And that's a wonderful way to use it. You know, again, back in biblical times, they put the oils on their feet. Why? Because the bottoms of your feet have the quickest and best absorption. Okay, so when you put oils on the bottom of your feet, also, I always put it like here by my neck or on your wrist. Right here is a good place to put the oils. Now, let's talk about some different oils and why they work. Lavender oil, for example, is one of my favorites. Why do I like lavender so much? Well, because it's calming. So if I need to relax, get in the bathtub and you can put, oh, I'd say 5 or 6 drops of lavender oil in the tub and it will make you feel so much better. It's wonderful to put it in a diffuser in your bedroom at night. Okay. Put a few drops of lavender. That will make you sleep well. Now, my little granddaughter seems to get earache. So what my daughter does, and of course consult your doctor on anything that you do before you use the oils, but she takes a cotton ball and she takes lavender, a couple drops of lavender, and then she takes tea tree. Tea tree oil has antibacterial properties within it, and it can really, really clear up an infection. So she takes a couple drops of tea tree and a couple drops of lavender for the soothing, and she puts it on a cotton ball, and then she puts the cotton ball in my granddaughter's ear and lets her sleep all night with that. And that heals her ears, which is fabulous. It's wonderful. And you can also use a carrier oil along with that too, if you feel more comfortable. You could use olive oil. Olive oil you can put in ears and it's okay. So these are some things. Now, tea tree oil is a natural cleaning oil. You can use this to clean a lot of pieces. I put this in my laundry. I take 3 or 4 drops and I put it in my laundry and it disinfects my clothes. And so I don't have to worry. And it takes out any odors. If you have a washer, sometimes people like in a humid area, tea tree is something you can put in a spray bottle. It's good for your scalp. So if you have a dry scalp, tea tree oil. These oils have I could go on for days and tell you all about the oils because I use them all the time and I really believe in the oils. And I'm going to tell you a story that will make you a believer too. And there is an oil, and I'm looking for it here, and it's called, let's see if I can find it, Thieves oil. Now, this is a combination of several different oils. And Young Living makes this. I think other places make it too. This oil has been around since the 16th century, believe it or not. It started out in England, and this is a combination of cloves, lemon, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. Okay, now, why do they call it thieves? And why the combination? Well, back in the 16th century, there was the plague, the Black Plague, and it was happening in England. And there were a band of thieves. Although they were thieves, they were also apothecaries, which means that they studied the oils. They studied plants and leaves and bark and trees and things like that. And they were healers. And so, but they were also, there was a band of thieves who knew the properties within the oils. Okay. So they combined their clove and their lemon and their cinnamon and their eucalyptus and their rosemary, and they made an oil and they put it all over themselves so that when they went to steal the people who had the Black Plague, their jewelry and their clothing or whatever they took, their money, they didn't get sick. Well, the king called and said, what are you doing? You know, we need to know what you're doing because we're trying to protect people. And in order for them to be free, the king made them tell them the recipe. And the recipe is still in England. It's registered in England there, the recipe for thieves. This is a true story. So this is why Thieves works on so many different things. They have made, different companies have made hand soap because it's a natural disinfectant. Natural. This has been tested when put into a diffuser. It's been tested that it has 98.9% antibacterial properties when out into the air. So this stuff is amazing. And I use it to clean with. I have a thing of dish soap by my dishes. Why? Because I know that for sure, you know, when you cook with different things, you're going to have you use your sponges and things, but you know, everything carries a little bit of bacteria. This stuff is amazing. You can buy it in a concentrate and mix it and use it, you know, to scrub your floors, to wipe your counters, all kinds of different things. I mean, I could spend a long time on this, but this is why this works. And it's a combination of oils. Isn't that a crazy story? Now, there's a couple more oils I want to tell you about. One thing I want to tell you about is eucalyptus spray. This is really neat. And not a lot of people know about this, so this is why I'm telling you. Eucalyptus is fabulous for your respiratory, upper respiratory, okay? And it really just opens you up and makes you feel good. Now, I found this stuff, gosh, we were at the Trump Hotel, and I found this stuff. They had it in their, they had misters, and they had a sauna, and they had this stuff in there, and they had it at the counter, and so I bought some. Well, I've had it for years. I use it. I've purchased it over and over. They have all different kinds. They have some that's infused with lemon, infused with orange, but it's always a eucalyptus base infused. And I actually spray this on our pillows at night, and it keeps us from getting sick, and it smells good. I just do it quick squirt, on both our pillows. Sometimes I do it in the shower, but I do it on our pillows more than anything. And I even take this, I have some little ones and there's also a big one, but I take this little one with us when we travel. And so we're in a hotel room. I'm like squirting the pillow, it's disinfecting everything. But eucalyptus, I mean, it's a natural disinfector. This is menthol infused. This one right here, they call it shower mist, but I use it for the pillows too. There you have it. Now, another thing I want to talk about is a cool mint cream that I found out about. If you work out a lot, or if you have any kind of arthritis, or if you get any kind of back pains, this stuff has been a godsend. And it's mint, and it's infused, it's peppermint, and it's infused with menthol. Okay, so it's a combination of peppermint and menthol. And it's in a cream form. They call it Mighty Mint Rescue Cream. This is made by Nature Opatica. Okay, that's who makes this. But any kind of, if you use mint, doesn't have to be this cream, but it can be mint and menthol, and you can use your own. You can make your own. That's all you need to do it. Okay, there's all different oils that you can use for these types of things. Something else I want to talk about really quick here is rose oil. Rose oil is fantastic. Why? It takes, first of all, let me just say it takes thousands and thousands of rose petals to make rose oil. But rose can be an oil that is used for aromatics. You can use it in soaps. You can use it in make cream. You don't need a lot. It's the one that I buy is 100% grade. You can take a little bit and put it behind your ear, and you'll smell really good. All different oils have different properties. Now, they say rose oil is, I have a little book that talks about everything. There's several books out there, by the way, on the market that you can get that tell you what oil is good for this or that. It's not just the healing properties physically, emotionally and mentally. These oils can really make a difference. Rose, in particularly, is good for forgiveness, letting go, releasing. So that's a good one if you're trying to let go of something. In the summertime, you can use the lemon. I like to put it in my water sometimes. It's good to detoxify. The tangerine. I really like the grapefruit. They have a grapefruit oil. Isn't that fabulous? And I put this in the diffuser a lot. It's uplifting. You know, if you have people coming over and you really need to set the mood, you know, put some lavender. It's nice and calming in your diffuser and set it out in the room. It's really not obtrusive or anything like that, and it'll really make a difference. There's so many different things that we use oil for. The lavender, again, my husband uses the lavender for bug bites because he has a tendency to get mosquito bites, and we live by a lake. So he'll just take this and he keeps it in the bathroom, and he's always like putting lavender, you know, and I put it in the bath obviously to relax, but he uses on his bug bites because it's a natural disinfectant. And you know, it's interesting. We are finally now starting to get back to some of our roots because these oils have been around, like we talked about, since the biblical times, and people just haven't, you know, I don't know, for whatever reason, we've let the pharmaceutical companies take over, and there's so much we can do ourselves. This is eucalyptus in a liquid form, and I use this a lot of times. I'll mix different oils, combinations, and things like that, and put them together. Okay, now wintergreen. I want to talk about wintergreen really quick because wintergreen, if you put it in combination, now I had a toothache. This may sound really silly, but I think I got it. I don't know, whatever. I got something, it was in my gum. And my daughter said, "Oh, Mom, don't you remember use thieves and wintergreen?" And thieves, obviously, we know the properties. It has the cloves, the lemon, the cinnamon, the eucalyptus, and the rosemary, and that is going to clear up my infection. But the wintergreen is what gives it some power. Isn't that interesting? So I actually used this, did not go to the dentist. I cleared up my own infection. I mean, I'm not telling you not to do that, but this worked for me. And I'll tell you, that's why I'm such a believer in these oils, because I've used them for a long period of time. And like I said, through my cleaning, they make you feel better. I love the citrus for the uplifting at Christmas time. We do a lot of cinnamon. We'll do some cloves, which is wonderful. And it just makes it's mood elevating, and it's the energy within these oils that gives them power. So the best thing I can tell you is get out there and get a diffuser, start, working with the oils, get a book. There's lots of wonderful books out there that will teach you whatever your ailment is, there is an oil that will actually remedy it. And I feel really strongly about the oils. So hopefully you learned something here with me today. And get out there and use the oils. Put some lavender in your bathtub. Okay. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.